You are watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Hello and welcome to CIOTV.live, a sister concern of Enterprise IT World, a leading CIO or CXO media house in the South Asia region. We are present in Middle East, India, Asia Pacific, including Australia and Singapore. We have been speaking to the thought leaders of the technology industries, including the CIOs, CISOs, and independent speakers, as to understand how the technology is changing the life of the individuals, how the technology is supporting business growth. And we are getting a lot of feedback from different angles in terms of the digitization, in terms of cybersecurity, in terms of automation, so on and so forth. Today, we have our special guest from Malaysia, ASCENT Group. His name is Saiful Bakhtiar Osman. He's head of IT for Asia Pacific region. Saiful, good morning and welcome to you to CIOTV.live.
Good morning. Thanks, Sanjay. Good to be here.
Thank you, Saiful. Saiful, what's happening in the tech world as far as Malaysia is concerned? You can also give a perspective of the Asia Pacific, since you are responsible for Asia Pacific region.
Okay, so lately there's a lot is going on, especially in terms of the innovations and also technology. But what I can say is that the technology is evolving. So for IT leaders, for CIOs, ITs, we need to always catch up, keep up, so that we are not left behind. So even the threats, also, the threat landscape also is also growing rapidly. So it's very important for us to always be vigilant and up to date in terms of the security, the technology that would enable us to protect our environments. So all these things comes together, and yes, IT is really happening, whether be it in Malaysia or around Asia Pacific.
All right, you represent non-banking finance organization. It's a fund management company. Over the years, this sector has evolved a lot. It has given power. Technology, in fact, has given power to the individual. Sitting at home, sitting at any place, using their mobile phones or remote laptops, do the transactions. So along with this, there has been a lot of challenges, basically the cybersecurity challenges to optimization, latency, all these things. How this sector has seen the adoption of technology and benefited the technology adoption as well?
Okay, in terms of technology, yes, we need to prepare in every angle, especially during pandemic where the hybrid working environment kicks in, whereby the traditionally people go to office, now people are working hybrid. So some are working away from office, from home, and some are for the operation are still going to office for certain industries. But the basic thing is that we need to always keep abreast with the latest technology. So if we have the manpower working from home, so we need to make sure that all aspects of the connectivity, in terms of the security, in terms of the access to our system and servers should be secure. Because the wider the access, then the potential threat is also bigger. So we need to really take care in terms of security, in terms of verification and access, in terms of the protection of our company devices. So all these things need to be taken care of. Like when the pandemic hits, I can see that most of my colleagues out there, some that because they have a lot of PCs, they are running PCs. So because of this pandemic, then the staff need to be working from home, working away from office. So that's the time they are rushing to buy all this laptop. So it is something that reactive. So for organization that's already ready with this, they have the workforce already on mobile. So this will not impact much on their side. So we have this organization that is reactive. So as per my experience, as per our company itself, so we are 100% already 100% on cloud. So when the pandemic hits, it did not impact us that much because all our workforce is already online 100%. So the only difference is that we just move the location from working in office, we are working from home. So working from home is as good as working from office. So the only thing that we need to take care is in terms of the access. We added the security with the multi-factor authentication. So the way we control also in terms of reducing the potential entry. So during this pandemic, we only allow our staff workforce to access all our servers from Citrix. So the Citrix allow us to have the secure tunnel for secure connectivity for our staff to access all our servers and systems. So this is how we reduce the potential entry. So we need to have this control because whatever we control, we can control, we reduce the risk and it's easier to monitor.
Okay, and now the pandemic is not yet over. It is going on. There is expectation, there is prediction that from China again it might spread to other countries, which has already happened. Countries like India, in Dubai, UAE in particular, even in US, cases are rising. So what is kind of preparedness for this phase of pandemic?
Okay, in terms of the preparation, one, of course, the management has always give emphasis on the staff safety. So it's either the pandemic will still go on or not. So the safety of our staff is always our utmost emphasize. So in terms of working, we are quite flexible. So we have the hybrid working environment currently. So some will be going back to office, and some they chose to stay at home. But be it in office or at home, they are still can deliver in terms of their day-to-day delivery. So, but the important thing is that we need to protect all our resources, our devices. So it's very important, like for all these endpoints, these devices, the laptop, the PC, to have the latest signature in terms of antivirus patterns, so that wherever we are working, then the PC is protected before we even access to the company system. So the device itself is well protected in terms of the pattern and signature, in terms of the latest patches from Microsoft. So all of this, we need to make sure the device itself is secure.
All right, that's one is cybersecurity that you are getting yourself ready with. But the other thing is that that is deliberate attack from the hackers group. So, and it is on rise these days. Ransomware has become a very big threat worldwide. Every organization facing. In 2021, 90% of organizations were attacked by ransomware or some sort of malware. So, and you are seeing this time it is growing rapidly, and it will grow again. So this, what is your kind of defense strategy against this deliberate attacks?
Okay, in terms of protection, okay. So in terms of protection, we already have all the tools currently, like to protect one of the means or one of the sources where the attacks come from is from email. So we need to have the email filter, a good email filtering, so that we can filter all these spam, this malicious email and malicious attachment. Because by having to filter all these malicious email, we have higher potential in terms of protecting ourselves against the ransomware, the malicious attack. Because from what I understand is that when you're attacked with ransomware, that means your environment is already compromised. Because the ransomware, the way it works is that it will penetrate your organization, then it will be looking around, looking at the most fragile. So it will attack you at the most fragile and something that will hurt you the most. So this is very important. So one of the protection is in terms of the email and the filtering, one of the source. Second one is in terms of browsing. So even browsing also, we have this a few tools in terms of browsing protection. Then we have these tools that protect us in terms of isolating all these potential attack. And to be, let's say, for browsing, these tools will filter all the traffic and goes into the sandbox. So this concept is very good for me, because whenever there's any malicious code, a malicious Trojan, it will be detonated in the sandbox itself. So it will mitigate the risk that your environment will be compromised. So this is all the tools that we need to look for that will help us in terms of increasing the protection perimeter within our organization.
All right, what about BCP?
Okay, BCP. Currently, the BCP for ASCENT Group is that our ITDR is our BCP because we are 100% on cloud. So what happened is that, so currently we are utilizing the global footprint of our cloud. So currently,
it's a private cloud or a public cloud that you are using?
It's a public cloud. Okay. Public cloud with a tenant, specific tenancy. Okay. So all our system is currently in Singapore region. So just in case anything happens to our main system in Singapore region, even in Singapore region also, we are running Azure. There's 3 data centers, which is quite good in terms of availability. So one data DC down, the other 2 will back up. So, but just in case something happens that wipe out the whole 3 data center in Singapore, then our staff will immediately be shifted to our system servers in Japan region, which is in Saitama, to Japan region. The switching between Singapore region and Japan region is quite instantaneous. So almost zero downtime in a sense.
Okay. All right. Now, there have been new technologies, in the market, and you must be evaluating the new technologies, starting from your automation to AIs, BI. Out of these technologies, which are the technologies you have been using? Because AI is something, AI and automation are two technologies which the BFSIs and NBFS are very aggressively utilizing. Reason being, they need everything to happen within the flash of the time or the tap of your finger. So do you have any experience? Are you planning to implement all these things robotics, automation, then artificial intelligence kind of stuff?
Okay, currently the focus for us in for this year is mostly around analytics, because for we are currently the fund administration company, whereby we have this fund solution, corporate solution, and also fintech solution. So not only we manage our own funds, we also give services to the fund managers. So we have a pool, already have a pool of capable analysts. So by having these analytic tools, it will enhance and also will allow them to give better reports in terms of forecasting, in terms of daily pricing reports. So this is what we are looking at right now. So this tools is very important, not only for us to service our customers and also premium partners, but also for us to be using internally. So analytics is a very good tool in terms of providing you with the churning all this data into something that is we can consolidate into reports, to dashboard. They're easier to be presented to the management. We even looking at to have this dashboard for the management. So just by a single view, they know already what is the most profitable funds, how is each and every fund is doing. So what is the industry like? So all in one screen. So this is what we're looking at. So we are going to utilize the analytics, and we are going for mini data mart, so that all these reports coming from different sources. So we are going to put into a single container. Then from this container, we are going to interpret and also going to extract, load and transport ETL, extract, transport and load, and becoming a management dashboard. That's easier for the management to make decision.
All right. As an IT leader or a senior IT leader in your organization, what is the expectation from the board or the CEO? What is the kind of challenges that you want to mitigate of the CEO?
Okay, the most personally, I think the most important thing is that nowadays CIO must be somebody that's all-rounder. So they need to understand business, they need to understand the operation. We are no longer the cost center of the organization. So because by leveraging on the technology is how we enable business to have more profit, to have to be sustainable. So in order to do that, we need to really work closely with the business in understanding what is we have to be the financial advisor, we have to be the marketing expert, because whatever the system we are going to propose must be something that is useful to the organization. That's something not that just simply implement just for the sake of implementation. It must be something that we will give contribution to the overall profit that will hit our bottom line. That's really important.
Okay. Human churning is happening a lot across the world. And in the space of technology, it is very, very aggressive. It is very, very acute, I can say. So are you also facing the same thing, the multi-skill or skilled workforce within the organization? If yes, how do you manage that?
Okay, so basically, we have that challenge in our organization. So it's hard nowadays to find the right skill set, especially what I'm looking at is the skill set in terms in security area. So because the threat landscape is increasing, so we need to have specialists to really take care in terms of our IT security to have a look. We need somebody who knows hands-on to look at and also to protect our organization. So like what we did now is that we are working with our technology partner. So this technology partner will be providing the services, the experts to assist in terms of protection, in terms of running the cloud. So that is currently the interim solution while we are hiring experts to join our team, because I can say that the IT security experts we have quite a shortage in the market because they are highly demanded. So if we hire, we train, then they left for another organization. So that's quite a dilemma for any organization, I would say.
All right. So any projects that you are working in, or it is there in the pipeline, if you can reveal a bit, it will be really nice for the audience.
Okay, basically now we are quite tied up with setting up new country offices. So recently we just received the license from Abu Dhabi. Okay. So in terms of project, and for this year we are focusing on the expanding our offices. So next after Abu Dhabi will be inshallah we will be opening our next country offices in US. So that will be next location. So currently we already have offices in Australia, Japan, Mauritius, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia, because the Singapore is the HQ. So we also have offices in India. Okay. And then next we are working on setting up office in Abu Dhabi, and also inshallah US will be next.
All right, so there is a big responsibility on your shoulder now.
Yeah,
you know, expanding the workforce, provisioning all these services to all these new offices that will be opening up.
Exactly.
All right.
So in terms of the meeting up the compliance, the regulatory compliance in each country, it's yes, quite a headache, but we will manage.
So are you planning to have your own people, tech people in every country, or you will be managing remotely from a single location, maybe from Malaysia or Singapore? What's your plan?
Okay, currently we have IT in Malaysia and also in India. Okay. So these two sites will be taking care of the whole offices across Asia Pacific.
All right, before I wind up, if you can share or give a little bit of advice to your peer group, will be really nice. What they need to be doing, how should they match with the expectation of the CEO or the board?
Okay, so my two cents of thought will be that you need to work closely with the management and also to talk their language. So the weaknesses or some of the IT heads is that they are too technical, so which makes it hard for the business or for the management to understand. So you need to let go. You need to talk the layman term. So whatever the proposal that we give, it must be supported first with the right risk assessment. Number two, you have to talk their language so that they understand.
All right, Saiful, thank you very much for speaking to CIOTV.live, and I wish you all the best for your new challenges and opportunities with these new sites that you are opening up.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Sanjay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Saiful, Bakhtiar, Osman, Head of IT, Asia Pacific, ASCENT Group, which is based out of Singapore. Thank you for watching this, and if you have any query or question, you can drop a mail to me. The email ID will be given at the end of this conversation. Thank you very much and stay safe.